Revel is a professional worm grunter. Gary and his colleagues are up before sunrise every day, working deep in the Apalachicola forest in a place called Tate's Hell. It's a well-earned name because this place is swarming with hungry mosquitoes, pestering gnats, and poisonous snakes. These professional grunters use an implausible method to catch worms that even they admit is like magic. D.W. pounds a wooden stake called a stob into the ground and levels his 10-pound flat iron over the top. Then he slowly, rhythmically rubs the iron over the stob back and forth. He's making the ground vibrate with this technique, and then suddenly, magically, big fat earthworms start to climb out of the soil. Look around and you see worms slithering everywhere on the forest floor. They are like pink gold to these grunters, and the men quickly gather up the harvest in their buckets.
There's an art to it, you know. I've tried to teach people how to do it, you know, and they just give up. They say they just don't understand how we can get these worms out of the ground with this stuff.
A researcher at Vanderbilt University wanted to understand the science behind worm grunting, so he watched Gary work his magic and concluded that rubbing the stob mimics the vibrations of a mole digging in the ground trying to prey on the worms. So the worms climb out of the earth to avoid being eaten. Ironically, they end up as bait. The worm grunters make about $25 a bucket. They say they're not getting rich, but it pays the bills.
You have to be really determined, you know, and it's got to be in your blood to do this kind of work and be comfortable in the forest like we are.
And they are comfortable in this no man's land. Gary has been catching worms out here for a half-century, so it's no wonder it's in his blood. The magic of worm grunting.